And I am indeed Logan Summit, back again, number 5. This is interview number 5 of the day. Tuesdays are for fighters. It's not alliteratory, but it still works. All right. We've got the big man in town right now. His name is Dylan, the Young Dominator Conti. How you doing today, Dylan?
I like the sound of that. That actually might be my new ring name, honestly.
The Young Dominator, man. I just feel like it works for you, my friend. All right. How's the weather over there in New York?
Long Island, compared to where I am right now for college, it's a little
Yeah.
bit different. The weather, 10 degrees, but it's all right. Little cold, kind of could wear a tank top because, I like the cold, but, it's all right. It's all right.
Now you're going to culinary school, correct?
Yes, sir. In August, I leave for Disney because I'm going to start working for Disney under the culinary program.
Oh,
Got to make that big bread. Got to
yeah,
make
got
that
to
big
make that
bread.
do re mi fa sol la ti do. Yo, that Disney dough, bro. Yeah, let's get some of that. All right, I mean, if you don't like Young Dominator, you could always be Dylan, the Angry Chef Conti.
That works. That works.
I'm just saying, there's a billion places we could go with this, man. Dylan, I'm good with knives, Conti. I'll meet you. Don't meet me in the back after
I
the fight.
mean, these are loaded weapons since I was 6 years old. I got my black belt in Kempo Karate, and my hands are registered weapons. They're gonna
There you.
find out on June 28th.
Yes, June 28th, you're going to be fighting, and it is going to be exciting. What do you know about your competitor?
So I know as of right now, we just locked it in today. Yes, I was scheduled to fight on ECF,
Yes.
Seek and Destroy, in Amsar Ballroom in Queens. But enough of the plug. It's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be a great scrap. Obviously, it's mine and his both first MMA fight. Obviously, I'm 0-1 in kickboxing. I have a lot of wrestling experience, so obviously kickboxing is not my thing. I want to go to the UFC. Hopefully one day. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But who knows?
So you started wrestling. Now, did you start wrestling before high school or like in middle school, or when did you start?
So when I started Kempo Karate, right when I was 6, I did, I was doing good and everything, and then my Sensei Nick, told me, "Yo, you're like a big brawling dude. Are you trying to do like WWE stuff?" And I said, yes. Granted, with the combat sports, there's WWE, there's UFC One, PFL, Bellator, all these options, right? Even some like John Cena go to be a movie star, you
Yeah.
know. But like, I want to do it all.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I think The Rock would have something to say about that. And even maybe David Batista may be like, really? You're going to pick John over us? The Rock's over there going, it doesn't matter what you can't see. I get paid $25 million a gig. At the end of the day, The Rock does make $25 million a picture. But John Cena was great in that Peacemaker show, right? Wasn't that dope?
Yeah, it was dope. I'm
And,
actually excited because I'm saving up a little money with my fight bread and the money that I'm getting. I'm gonna go to SummerSlam and see John Cena's last SummerSlam. Who knows who he's gonna fight? But like, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice.
yeah, I mean, you're going to pay all that money to go, but you can't see. No, God! I'm going to walk away from that one. I'm going to do a pen drop because that was terrible. That was a wrestling dad joke. Do you ever see yourself going into professional wrestling as a thing? Like, you're one of the first fighters to put that into the whole combat sports arena for us. It is. Trust me, I was a wrestling manager in ECW and NWA about 20 years ago. And yes, it may be predetermined, but everything hurts. It really does. Do you see yourself at some point getting out of the professional fight game and into the professional wrestling game?
To be honest, I want to do it all, right? So I want to get my UFC belt, right? There's people, for example, I'm gonna use Brock Lesnar, right? He went to the WWE, doors open for him, right? I'm going in reverse order. Doors open for him for the WWE. Then he went to the UFC, grabbed the UFC title, and went back to WWE. Beat all these big names like Cain Velasquez. Then they
Yep.
versed in WWE, which it was amazing. Besides that, you know, I see myself opening doors. Like for example, right now, before I was even 17, I had a solid 9 sponsors on my plate. Right, the amount of I wouldn't say the amount of money that I was making, but like I was doing good for myself. Being 17, I had a personal rash guard made by Teep Territory. Shout out to them. I was looking good. When I get on the mat, I always want to be drippy and stuff. I always want to look good. I want to feel good. If my weight isn't like, yes, if my weight is off, but I feel good, I look good, everything looks good, I'm gonna do good. You know, Me being a heavyweight, weight doesn't always matter. You
Hmm.
know, so I come in. Let's see, my kickboxing fight, I came in at a solid. I think it was 220.
Okay.
Good, honestly. Like, yes, they made the fight at 230. For me, honestly, I gotta cut like 6 pounds, which for me being all this wrestling experience is nothing to me.
Hmm.
You know, I can sit in the sauna for an hour and sweat it all out the day before weigh-ins. I could go to the gym and I could spar for 3 hours and I'll lose 6 pounds because I'm so agile. People don't realize I'm a sort of heavyweight. You know, like I'm around like 5'8",
Yeah.
walking around 230, 235.
Yeah,
But I have
You're a Mike Tyson heavyweight is what you are. You're short, stocky, and you got the power in your hands, right? That's what we're going for, right?
I got the power in the hands. I got the power in my legs. If I ain't gonna stand up right now, but like y'all can see in the cage, I literally got tree trunks for legs. These leg kicks and these takedowns, when I pick this guy over my head and slam him, it's gonna be crazy. I want to get the finished record at ECF. I want to beat my own coach that has it. I think it's in 6 or 7 seconds, and I want to beat that on June.
All right. Well, you know what? You need to talk to Nancy Sinatra and see if she can do a song for you and have it be these legs were made for kicking and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these legs are gonna kick all over you, and that's what you need to come out to. Just let them know that you got the tree trunks down there, man. Did you ever play football?
I was a linebacker, and I played a little bit of D line, O line. In practice, I was that stocky running back because on Long Island there's those stocky running backs. I played all over the field. But back to what you just were saying about that song, I got a personal song right
All right,
for
let's go.
me,
Let's go.
right? A little bit of a tidbit. I just walked out to it, but I'm gonna walk out to it again because it's a big debut coming home to New York to fight and everything. Obviously, and then CM Punk, and it's gonna just be a smashing hit into the cage, and it's gonna be nice.
All right, you've been having some real bad technical difficulties over there. I just want to let you know you've been cutting in and out quite a bit. But we're going to continue with this. Now, you told me that you have a big announcement. Before we get to that, I want to ask you: are you related to Crazy Legs Conti by any chance? The professional eater? No. Oh man, that would have been so cool
I've
because
heard of
he's from.
him, but no.
Yeah. Yeah, he does the commentary for the Nathan's thing every year. So I thought maybe it was a shot. Maybe he's from New York. Maybe he's family. Getting in there. All right. Now you're coming off of this is going to be your pro debut. You've had a couple tough goings in kickboxing and in grappling before. What has changed for you in your game?
Honestly, because
Yeah, buddy, you're frozen. Freeze me. Oh, and there he goes. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Dylan, where'd you go? Well, let's see if we can't get Dylan back real quick. All right, Dylan does have a fight coming up on June 20th. He is a heavyweight, and he will be fighting at home in Queens. He's got that hometown killer mentality. It's going to be awesome. It will be their debut, and we're looking forward to it here. Let's see if we can't get him back.
Hello?
All right,
Sorry
Dylan.
about that.
Hello.
Someone was spam calling my phone and I had to answer it so it stopped cutting out. I'm sorry about that.
No, that's okay. Always remember when you're doing an interview next time, you put it on silent, and you won't have that problem.
I
All
did. I
right.
did. It was someone spam calling me from the hospital and everything about my grandma. But it's okay.
Oh, all right. Well, I hope she's doing all right.
She's okay.
Good. Good. Best of luck to your grandmother and your entire family as well. All right.
Thank you.
You have a big. You're very welcome. You have a
It says
big
backstage.
announcement. You told me. You told me in chat in on Instagram messaging that you had a big announcement. What is this big announcement?
It says I'm backstage still.
You're not. You're
Oh,
live.
okay. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Sorry about that. But my big announcement, right? On June 28th, on Amazon Prime and on Apple TV, Roku TV, on all that, you can catch me, Dylan, Mr. Full Send, the young dominator, in the cage. Granted, I can't ground and pound, but you can see that Roman Reigns Superman punch coming from far away. It's about to knock this guy out. He's a heavy level grappler. And yeah, I got that wrestling experience. I got my blue belt material. I'm going to just do what I do what I got to do, and knock him out, beat the record, and do what I got to do. That's just business. And after, I'm 18, but like, I'll go get a Shirley Temple with homie. Like, at the end of the day, when I get out of the cage, he can get a beer, I can get a Shirley Temple. It's all business, man. I'm trying to get to the UFC. He's an old head apparently. He's a coach at a gym, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do, put my name on the map, and that's what I do.
All right. And do you have a prediction on how and when it will end?
I want it to be the first round, right? You see right here, I got a little couple scars from training and everything. I don't want this moneymaker to get messed up, obviously. I got all this running for me. This cute, adorable face can't get messed up, right? So I want it to
Agreed.
go in the first round. I want to beat this record, but if it go all 3 rounds, I'm gonna dominate all 3 rounds. I'm gonna drag him into deep waters like a shark, and I'm gonna just do what I gotta do.
That's awesome. All right. Well, before we get to 5 questions, I'm going to keep this moving just because we had some technical difficulties. I'm scared they're going to come back. Shh, don't say anything. All right, before we get to that, this is your chance right now. This is your time. It's their time up there. It's your time down here. You can thank sponsors. You can ask companies to sponsor you that you use every day. You can thank your mom and dad. You can talk about your favorite movie or video game. Talk about your gym. I don't care what you do. This is your time right now. Show me what you got.
So with this camp, I'm training under a big time name in Long Island, especially Christian DeFerris. Shout out to him for giving me free training and hooking me up to get this training so I can knock this guy out because I gotta do what I gotta do, right? Besides that, I want to thank my sponsors, my heavy name sponsors, Teep Territory, my aunt at Wave Wellness in Southampton, best recovery place on the game. You could do that. It's the best thing. They got cold plunge, saunas, cupping, air chambers. You name it, they got it. They could do whatever. I just got this new nutritional sponsor, Atlantis. Then I also have Arthur's Lions. They got me with my meal plan. They're doing what I got to do. They're also affiliated with my aunt, so it's cool. Um,
Yo, your aunt seems to know everybody, apparently.
yeah, she actually knows people that are in higher ups. Let's say that in the community. I'm not going to name names, but they gonna
Fair
get
enough.
business done for me. and I'm gonna get to UFC soon, whether they like it or not. I mean, I ain't gonna be fighting no Tom Aspinall when I get to the pros. 'Cause obviously, the height difference. Much respect to Tom Aspinall, though I'm a huge fan, but I'd grapple him. I would, but I'm gonna get to that 155 belt, 145 belt, maybe 170, whatever I'm feeling. I'm gonna dominate there, and I'm gonna get that belt.
Hey, let's always go back to Brock Lesnar against Frank Mir. Frank Mir ankle picked him to victory, okay? Just always remember that big trees fall hard, all right? So where there's a will, there's a way. And it doesn't matter the size of the man. It's the size of the fight and the other person, right?
Word up.
All right, here we go. Let's get to 5 questions. It's exactly what it sounds like, by the way, Dylan. Okay, it's going to be 5 questions. Yeah, I know. Nothing tricky about it. We got you. And it's brought to you by Newhouse. If you're sitting in a gaming chair, you shouldn't be doing that. You need to sit like a boss. We've got home decor, office decor, couches, love seats, chairs, massage chairs, everything you need to make your butt comfortable. Go over to newhouse.com. Use code Logan Radio Rocks. It will save you a lot of that money, and a little bit of that do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do as well. And yes, I know what you're thinking. You can get the link right here in the description. Yes, you can. You gotta
Go to
wait for
that
the
link,
video.
baby.
Yeah, I gotta wait for the video to be published. But once it is, that link will be there. Thank you very much, Dylan, by the way. And tell your aunt all about me. I could do some sponsorships over here in No Man's Land. All right, let's get to it. It's 5 questions. Question number 1. As far as personality goes, not food knowledge, but personality goes, who's better, Gordon Ramsay or Guy Fieri?
I don't know. I mean, I'm a big time Guy Fieri fan. I like how he cooks, right? But honestly, I don't know if anyone knows. He got like them sauces and like them nice square bottles. Taste amazing, right? I use those to make all my rubs and everything for steak. Comes out amazing. But I'm gonna say Gordon Ramsay. Honestly, I mean, yeah, Guy Fieri, has all these shows and everything, but Gordon Ramsay actually has valued Michelin star restaurants. Yes, Guy Fieri has restaurants, but like not like Gordon Ramsay. So I'm gonna say Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, all right. So you're in Vegas for a fight, and you call me up, and you're like, "Yo, man, let's go to dinner." And I'm like, "Yeah, I got it. I'm buying." You can pick a Gordon Ramsay restaurant, or you can pick a Guy Fieri restaurant. Which one are you picking? Guy's got 2 down here. Gordon's got about 4.
Um, Honestly, wherever I can get the nice steak dinner, after I weigh in, I like a cheat, right? Honestly,
Yeah.
not even like a cheat because I'm a heavyweight. I cheat every day,
Yeah,
honestly.
we don't call it, by the way, at the Logan Summit show, Dylan, let me correct you. We don't call it a cheat day over here. We call it a reward day, okay? Because you're rewarding yourself for all the hard work that you put in, all right?
Right. I mean, always, with my reward meal, there's always going to be a little bit of like something that's not healthy, whether it's like a dipping sauce, whether, it's the protein, whether I'm having like tacos, right? I'm gonna make them.
Taco.
Oh, I made this nice taco recipe. Oh,
Talk
so
to me
good.
about it, because you know what day it is. It's Taco Tuesday, Dylan. All right, how do you make your, go ahead, break it down. Talk to me about tacos right now.
So there's a little key, right? There's a key. I've heard people use water and seasoning. I've heard people use tomato paste, but I do it differently. I do it
Okay.
way differently. I use salsa, right? For anyone that likes the little kick, you put a little bit of Tostito salsa, make that homemade salsa on the border salsa. You name it, it tastes good. You mix it in about a scoop or two. Let the actual like water and the grease dissolve. Then you put a little bit more, and then you can mix it up, drain it out. It tastes good, honestly. But also for those other people, that are over 21, right? You can mix that whiskey in it with a little bit of barbecue sauce. Gives it a little bit of a tanginess. It tastes good.
All right, I feel you on that, but I also, and I get that whiskey goes with barbecue sauce, but I feel like if we're doing tacos, we got to go with tequila. I mean, tequila. I'm just saying, if we're having tacos, we might need to break out the tequila, but not until you're 21. I'll very much like for you to have your first taste of beer here in Vegas when you turn 21, because I know that you would never, ever, ever do anything like have an underage beverage.
Never,
Because
never,
that's right,
never.
because That would be
Coach
wrong.
DeFerris would kill me. Not actually.
Exactly.
He would yell at
Well, all right. Now, we've had, as far as the UFC is concerned, we've had a drought as far as heavyweight champions are concerned as of recently. I want to ask you, who is your favorite UFC heavyweight fighter?
currently or like of all time.
All time, all time.
Brock Lesnar.
Brock
Hands
Lesnar.
down.
Really? Hands down. I mean, you didn't even have to think about it.
I mean, okay, so my opinion on this whole heavyweight division drama, I just saw on Instagram. I don't think it's true. But
Okay.
I don't think John Jones is the real champ. Respect to him, yes, he's undefeated and everything. He has all this on his belt. But yes, Stipe Miocic, he's a good guy, you know, like he deserves it. Good for him to retire in Madison Square Garden, all that.
Mm-hmm.
But like John Jones ain't the defending champ. He's fought old guys and he's too coward to unify the belt against Tom Aspinall. You know?
So
It's
Dana,
obvious.
now Dana did mention today that he will be announcing that fight soon.
I
So
also saw that the title's getting stripped, but I also don't know if that's true. Everyone wants to see that fight. I doubt
yeah,
it.
John came out today and he said, "Look, I'm living my best life. Y'all calling me a duck right now, but I'm living my best life. So, you know, it is what it is." Look, John Jones, he's had a very tumultuous career. He's had some ups. Obviously, he's undefeated. Everybody's saying he may be the GOAT, but his personal life seems to be a little trash, and it almost seems like he allows this drama to fill his days. He kind of plays into it a little bit, even though he's living his best life. What do you think the percentages that fight actually happens are from 1 to 100?
Okay. Me personally, I hope it does happen, and if it does, it's gonna happen in a big venue, right? It's either gonna be like I don't know, the first football stadium that has UFC, right? Open doors, all that. If it's
I know
gonna
where it's
happen.
gonna. I already know where it's
If it
gonna happen.
happens, it's gonna happen in Madison Square Garden, a football stadium, or T-Mobile Arena.
It's gonna happen in Saudi Arabia. I'm calling it now. You heard it here first. It's going to happen in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It'll be a huge venue. Don't get me wrong, but I'm calling it. I don't think it's going to happen here in the States. We'll check back about that, Dylan. We'll find out who's right and who's wrong. I may owe you a Shirley Temple at the end of the day. All right, let's get to question number 3 of 5 questions. As you can tell, I play this pretty loose, okay? All right, number 3. You're from New York. Let's talk. Yankees, Mets.
Ooh, that's ooh.
I know. I know, bro.
I know I'm gonna get hate for if I say one or the other. Don't get me wrong, okay? And I know my dad's watching this too. So, my dad is a Yankees fan through and
Go,
through.
Dad. Let's
Doesn't
go, Dad.
matter like what it was, right? But on the opposite side of my family, my stepdad, he's a diehard Mets fan.
Oh, jeez.
But people on my dad's side of the family are Mets fans. All right.
Oh, no. So it's just your dad hanging out by himself then.
It's like, oh my gosh. So like me and my dad, we went to a Giants Bears game one time, and I remember that. I know it's a little off topic, but we had a bet over his quad, and I'm like, you know what? Let's run it. And my dad is when I say die hard, he is a die hard Chicago Bears fan. Like he thinks he's gonna he thinks that they're gonna go to the Super Bowl every year, and I tell him, Dad, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Let your dad know that I once was before he went to the other side of getting too old to I used to be close with Mike Ditka. If you can believe that. Used to play cards with him in the cigar shops in Connecticut because where he would stay when he would come to ESPN to do work, they wouldn't let him smoke cigars in or around the hotel. So he would just go to these cigar clubs and he would hang out. One of the nicest guys. You know what? Here's something for you that Ditka used to do, and just to show you what a nice guy is. I would walk into a restaurant that we would all go to, and I know Mike he knows who I am, but he doesn't know who I am. But he stops everything every time he sees me, and he's like, "Oh, this is Logan, everybody. It's so good to see you. Give me a big hug and shake my hand and act like we were the bestest of friends every single time I saw him." And that's Mike Ditka in the middle of a restaurant making you look like a rock star. I mean, he's Ditka for the love of God. Also, check this out. Here, tell this story to your dad. Mike Ditka did a lot for his son, gave him everything, like bought him like 3 restaurants, a couple bars, really tried to support him. And his son kept messing everything up. He got so sick of his son messing everything up. He had the same assistant for 25 years. And this happened, it was before the pandemic. Ditka fired his assistant, gave his assistant for Christmas. He fired him on Christmas, gave his assistant his Christmas present, which was his son's inheritance of $4.2 million.
Jeez.
Yeah. He said, you know what? Thank you for the last 25 years of your life. Go enjoy the next 25 years of your life. And he literally gave him his son's inheritance. I don't know how that worked out around Thanksgiving time or Christmas at that dinner table, because I bet you he had to go to Christmas and tell his son, hey, guess what? You get nothing in Lincoln, Spalding. But yeah, those are my Mike Ditka stories for you. Right. There you go. Now, we kind of touched on this before, but I'm going to ask it again because maybe you can expound upon it a little bit. All right. What's your favorite reward day meal? Like, all right, so you've weighed in, you're ready to rock and roll, you win the fight, you got your day off. What are you eating?
Oh, so to be honest, I am basically like a Patty Pimplett. I don't know if you've seen his videos
Yes,
from
I
when he
have.
goes from 155 to 205, but
Yeah.
well, anything put in front of me, oh my God, it's going down my gullet. I don't care. Food is food.
Do you eat fast food? All right, so what's your favorite fast food then?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
You're making all the lightweights super jealous right now, by the way.
And the thing is, I hate doing it during camp because even when I don't got to cut, I still cut weight, right? Like when I just grappled, right? The guy came in at 265, right? The heavyweight limit.
Wow.
I came in at 225, but like I was 235, so I still cut weight. But that's another story. Anyways, shout out to him, by the way. It was a good match, by the way. Me and him are friends, and like in Long Island. We got like a heavyweight circuit, and I've got like everyone already, besides like 2 people, and he was one of those 2 to 3 people that I still got a verse. But all of them can knock on my door before I leave for Florida in August, and we can run it. Cage, match, whatever. I don't care. Grappling to me is fun.
Grappling is fun. I mean, combat sports, besides getting punched in the face and getting choked out, but everything else is fun. Right?
Yeah. Well, it's fun when you get to punch people in the face, not when you get punched in the face.
No one likes getting punched in the face, but if you're going to do it, you might as well get paid for it, right?
Exactly.
Yes. All right. So let's go back, though. Give me your perfect reward day meal. Just tell me everything that could fit on a singular plate. What is it?
Ooh. I'm gonna say like 5 burritos from Taco Bell. Maybe a pie at Domino's. Oh, I get fat with it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
Maybe I'll go to Buffalo Wild Wings too. Get all you can eat wings. Oh.
You're reminiscent of Homer Simpson when he goes to this fancy restaurant and the waiter comes up to him and goes, what would you like, sir? He goes, I would like your most expensive item stuffed with your second most expensive item. And he goes, sir, that will be the lobster thermidor stuffed with tacos. And I feel like you would be down with a lobster stuffed with tacos.
Oh, sounds so good.
Right? Yeah, it does. Actually, it's Tuesday. Let me see if I can't make that happen a little bit later. All right. Question number 5 of 5 questions. Last one here. You like wrestling. You grew up watching wrestling, boxing, and the UFC and all of that have gone into a more entertainment-based algorithm, if you will. And all, Conor McGregor doing the Vince McMahon walk to the ring and all of that. Obviously, there's a lot of pageantry involved. I want you to do me a favor right now and shoot a WWE style UFC promo for your upcoming fight.
Ooh. All right, I got you. All right. So, on June 28th, Amazura Ballroom in Queens, Jamaica, Queens, right outside Jamaica train station, you can find me getting in that cage on the main card on my debut. On my debut. You know how good that sounds? That's like me fighting for the title in the main card in Madison Square Garden in New York for me. But we'll get there soon. Got a couple opportunities to work around, but coming soon. But June 28th, you're gonna see me beating up on someone, choking someone out, either finishing someone in the first 5 seconds on Amazon Prime, on Millions, right here on Millions, Amazon Prime, Apple TV, Roku. You think it's gonna be there? You can see me beating someone up.
There you go. Dylan, the young dominator Conti. That's what I'm calling him right now. He will be fighting on June 28th. He's the hometown hero. So you know what Dana always says, don't let it go to the judges. But if it does go to the judges, you're going
Oh,
to
it's
have the
not.
upper hand there.
It
It's
ain't
not.
going to no judges.
All right. You guarantee a finish?
I guarantee it. Doctor stoppage.
All right, let's go. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, one last question before we end this bad boy. It is your debut, so I have to ask you. Every fighter that debuts, I got to ask, what are you doing to make sure that your head is in the game and you don't over adrenalinize and have that dump when you walk out to that ring?
So I'm gonna walk you through a little bit of like what I do on fight day, right? I got my beats, right? Put them on my head. Even when I get to the arena, I got my hoodie on. It could be 1,000 degrees. I still got my hoodie on. Cause look, it blocks my one-way vision. The only person I'm talking to is my corner, my coach, my corner's coach. Cause we're all in the same corner. Coach Christian, even though he's the promoter, I'm gonna still rock this through. Even still. I'm gonna lock in tunnel vision, right? I don't even talk to my own dad, and my dad is my biggest supporter. I won't even talk to him until I get out the cage, unless he's bringing me something like if I forgot my cup or like if I need a new cup and he brings it to me. Then after that, I will not talk to him until I get out that cage. When he sees his boy's hand raised,
It sounds like you have a lot of issues with your cups. I just
Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes I'll like forget my cup underwear, and I'll have to like call my dad. Be like, yo, dad, go to Dick's on your way to the fight and pick it up. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It happened in
dude.
December when my fight got canceled because I had a cut on my face that like BS. Besides the
All right,
point. Then
gotcha.
in February, the same thing happened. He had to bring me a cup, all that. But my dad's a goat. My dad's always there for me.
That's great. Dad, if you're watching right now, next time he asks you to bring a cup, literally go to Dick's and buy him the right sporting gear, but bring him a cup and just go, you know what? You got to start remembering this stuff for yourself. Now have
Now
some
that's
water.
true. That's true. And the funny thing is with my dad, when he came to my fight in February, he gave me a bag from Dick's, right? It had my cup, right? It had a Stanley cup, but like the cup itself was like tucked under his shirt. He's like, "Here you go," and there was like snacks in it, like a banana to eat before. Then like my favorite snack, Reese's pretzels, like the chocolate chip
Oh,
thing.
hold on a second. Reese's, are you out there watching right now?
Yo, sponsor
Reese's.
me, please.
Yo, come give my boy some money. Yo, I guarantee you. How would you like to see a fighter dip into some Reese's pretzels while they're having their hand raised? I mean, you just open that up
Oh,
and come on. In the middle of the ring
it's like
after
a
you win a
monster
fight?
can when I get my hand raised. It's the same
Yes,
thing.
exactly. Come on. We gotta get him a deal on this. And as soon as they send you your first couple cases, send one my way over to Vegas. All right.
Word up.
All right. Yo, Dylan, it's been nothing but a pleasure talking with you today. I wish you nothing but the best of success in the future. And I hope you come back and share your successes or your learning experiences with me, whichever they may be. I see nothing but the best for you in the future, though. And I think you will continue to do well. On June 28th, he will be fighting right here on millions.co. You'll be able to catch it on Amazon, Roku, and Apple TV as well. It is Dylan, the young dominator, a.k.a. the Angry Chef Conti. I appreciate you being here, Dylan. And I appreciate all of you watching at home and around the world. That's 5. We did 5 interviews today. That's right. Who's next, like Goldberg said? Well, we'll find out. I've got one tomorrow. You want to tune in at 11 a.m. Pacific time for that. All right. With that being said, we'll see you soon. Be good to yourself and be kind to others. Pay it forward, play it forward. Rock like a party star, party like a rock star. Smile strong, laugh loud. Last but not least, please like, follow, and subscribe so you'll know when I'll be back getting down to that beatdown. Because Dylan, remember, everybody loves a good fight. We'll see you next time. Thanks for being here, Dylan.
No problem.